I'm Pat.
I'm Will.
Jeffrey. Okay, you know what? You said you want they want you to do it. You know, I don't think that's true. I don't think they actually want you to do it. They don't want someone else to do it. I think it's all just like I shouldn't have to have somebody do this for me because if the earth was fair, I wouldn't be in this position. I think there's just like some sort of resentment where it's sort of yeah, because and in the case of our mother, right? It's not just that these people will do it, it's that people of any variety go so far out of their way to help our mother with whatever it is that happens, just naturally. Just like walking on the street, like fucking Spider-Man comes down and says, "Excuse me, I need help crossing the street," and he zips across, right? And it's just whatever it is that there's just like this, like I shouldn't, I don't want to walk with a thing. I don't want to use a thing. I don't want to use a motorized thing. That's for other people. That's for old people. You know, it's like
That's not where my mom's
no?
at. My mom is just legit scared. So
Oh,
Well, so
she doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't know how to do things anymore. So she's just legit scared. So
that's part of it. That's part of it.
and if you choose to not look at those things anymore, it just gets further and further away.
and that's fine. Just do not turn off the fucking TV. So, it's okay. It's almost baseball season. I'm
Oh,
about
that's
to be
true.
saved by baseball season. She's got the MLB package, and she'll watch every fucking 162 games of at least the Rockies. So, and then probably pick out 4 or 5 other teams that will just be on when she's got free time.
That's a lot of baseball.
She watches a
That is
shitload of
crazy.
At least it's baseball, man. At least it's something that your mom's into.
And it's every day.
Yeah.
It's every day, baby.
For a while.
For a
long while. I mean, that's a lot of meal right there, man. I mean, that's a fucking
Roll through
October, yeah.
That's a long time of every day.
I don't want to use my fingers to count the months.
It's a really long time. Like football, hey, my Sundays are football.
Right.
The
Well,
rest
and
of
your
the-
Saturdays and your
you might
Mondays.
take a day, depending on the game. You can do that. But baseball, man, and there's day baseball. So that
That's right.
like
There's
Thursdays,
afternoon
maybe
baseball.
Wednesdays, there's day baseball.
Sometimes there's morning baseball.
The only thing that wasn't okay. Again, this goes to this. This was the Baker night shift was there was no baseball between midnight and 6.
Right. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Well, I mean, you might get the
You
exact
can
same
get
number of
replays.
viewers.
If you're on MLB, you can get if you just like
That is
MLB.
true.
It's they play replays from today's games at night.
They do, but it's not
You know the outcome.
exactly.
You
Yeah.
don't have to look at it.
I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
It's
I
not
can't
the
watch
same.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's not the same.
Can't remember your recorded game.
I won't do it because there's
All the hype just saps right out of it.
part of my thing is also the gambling aspect. So
Oh yeah, my mom
Um,
doesn't do that.
that'll be resolved when the game ends, whether I watch it later or not.
Man, that would be funny though. I mean, she shouldn't be doing that, but your mom would just kind of like
With her insider knowledge
she
and everything.
watches all these. She says, "I watched fucking $160 on the Rockies today," and you're like, "Mom,
Stop betting on the Rockies.
You're like,
But they won 3 weeks ago.
I forbid you to bet with a fixed income.
Yeah, she would. That's like the last thing she would ever do. Yeah.
Well, she'd have to figure out an app.
Oh yeah, no, we're out.
Yeah.
Yeah, done.
No, she has a guy.
Not doing that. Not doing that. I can't even get her to use the Domino's app. So yeah.
Domino's ass pretty simple too. It's like,
It's really.
do you want pizza? Here it goes.
I'm sorry, man. It's got buttons and dials and knobs and
There's
things on it.
colors and
Colors
stuff can flash. Where's the
Yeah.
deals? Even though it says deals and coupons. Like,
That is true. Yeah, I can see you getting like that's the kind of thing that my mom would get hung up on too. I get one phone call. She's like, "All right, I installed it. Okay, go ahead and set up your pizza." 4 minutes later, I get another call. So if I do a half,
Right?
Do I have to do the other half the same? It's like, no, Mom. What are fractions? What happens? What does 1/2 plus 1/2 equal if it's the same?
I don't know how to answer this question without seriously offending you.
Just call the store.
You're
Just call the
right.
store.
Well, that
But then I have to talk to a person.
yeah. You want to talk about?
Then fucking starve. Yeah, I got it.
You want to talk about deathly afraid? Calling a pizza person
Wow.
is.
See, my mom's not like that. If she can find a phone number, she'll call them. So
I respect that.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
always been that way though.
Well, surely she looked through the internet and stuff, right?
She's not too good with the internet, man.
Why not?
Yeah, she'll get on it, but she'll get all confused because she'll get on different pages and shit like that, and she doesn't understand how tabs work, and
Right.
and then like she's got like 2 or 3
And then
different
it's instant
emails,
freak out.
and she gets them all fucking mixed up because she's got a Samsung and she's got her T-Mobile phone, and so they just all filter into messages, and so she gets so frustrated when she can't find a message that is in one of her 3 fucking folders. So. This is why I'm like this close to giving my mom a flip phone and taking her tablet and throwing it in the trash. So, because she's got no fucking business being on the internet, dude.
You are speaking from a place of great hurt. This is not some shit that happened this afternoon.
My dad's been dead almost 9 years, dude. It's been every fucking week.
Like, I'm going to print up instructions for this app, and this app. And we're going to put it on the wall here. Step by step. We're going to circle what button to hit.
You could spray paint it on the fucking sidewalk. It's not.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I could burn it inside her eyeballs. You still fucking call me. But that's just what it is. It has nothing to do with apps or anything like that. She's just lonely. So, people that age, and like a lot of her friends have moved away, and a lot of them have died. And her family is getting a little melty because they're all in their 90s. So, yeah. So it's just it's just getting old, man. So.
Well, the weird thing too is that all of us have known people, our mothers and your mother's age, who don't have that same thing going on. And I don't mean it's not to say that both of them they both have mobility problems, obviously, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, we've known so many people that age that are like they're doing stuff like 4 out of 5 days a week.
I've known a couple. I mean, but mine's kind of like offset by a whole bunch of people who were complete vegetables who were my mother's age. So, like, my grandmother was. So, my aunt. So, she was probably like 5, 6 years younger than my dad. And she was functionally useless for the last 4 or 5 years of her life.
So, medically or what?
Medically. Yeah. So, she had Parkinson's. So.
All right, it ain't shit. Okay.
Oh no, I get that. Yeah. So it's just one of those things where it's kind of like, and that nobody really knows where that came from either. So because there's no history of that anywhere in my family. So,
maybe somebody's dad wasn't their dad.
I have no idea.
That doesn't.
That's possible. So, but then then there's people who are like, so my mom's 86. And so I'm trying to think of there's a handful of people that were functional. Like, I remember at the airport, Chuck was 80.
Wow.
So, and he was still working.
Like tossing bags and stuff?
Yeah.
Sort of.
Well, I mean,
swallowing. Kind of waddle them over to the belt. Pull them up like Toad and fucking Mario 2. So, but other people that
though he was used to walk.
He'd shuffle.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean he was what, 4'8" anyway. So yeah, But anyway, the other thing is so my wife's grandfather was 102, and he was golfing 2 weeks before he died.
Oh my god.
Yeah, my mom has like I have an uncle who's 94 and he golfs every week. So,
Yeah.
and his wife is kind of melting now because that's my mom's actual sister, but she still goes out and works in our garden every couple days.
Mom
You
does that
know,
all the time.
yeah. So I mean, there's a few here and there, but like, I mean, you got to weigh that against how many people didn't make it to 70. So,
Right.
I know quite a few of those.
Hey, man,
So,
it's
and almost all of you could see them coming, except for like your dad, man. I mean, I've known guys who like, it's like, well, shit, you can't drink that much booze and get away with it, man. So and like Harold lived to be what, maybe 80. I've got his obit at home, so. But I mean, you're talking about a guy who smoked 2 packs of Kents a day.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So, I mean, he wasn't making no 90. So,
80's pretty damn good.
it was pretty good for him, man.
Two packs a
To
day.
be fair, he was a pretty healthy dude, but he was just, I mean, his last couple of years, all he did was sit on the trench all day. So, there's like cigarettes with his ass on the trash can. You get them on, Patrick.
well, let's just want to give you just a little bit of context. He did not need to be there.
No, he was very wealthy. So he owned like 2 or 3 apartment complexes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Just to hang out and
No,
socialize.
Yeah. He didn't work.
He would at times. I mean, especially like if shit got busy, he would.
He would jump in, yeah. So
Wow.
yeah, but then like I mean, there's other guys that I've known,
There's
yeah.
no way I'm working at 80. Just no. No way. I've got to be retired.
Most of
Yeah.
these people, I mean, these were not the people that needed to be doing it. These were people that wanted
A connection to the real world stuff still.
very much so,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's the part where yeah, that's where our mom gets that crazy from is the willingful isolation from other humans and having perspective beyond her own to sort of see where the line of normal is.
I have a feeling I'm gonna go that way. Well, like I at least go to the store and stuff,
Right.
but yeah, I don't want to. I enjoy home greatly.
It's not a question of enjoying home or not, but I mean, you do still. She doesn't interact with anyone though. You have, children calling you probably.
Maybe.
I call mom.
I do too. This,
So, if you're calling that the connection, then
hey, listen, I think I talk to her as much as you do, just like all at once.
No. I call my mom just about every day.
okay, I call her at least once a week.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. I think my brother sees my mom twice a year.
Her birthday
Maybe.
and Christmas.
Christmas, yeah. Christmas. Yeah. Sometimes her birthday. Yeah.
So 1.5.
It might be. It might be sub 2. Yeah. Yeah.
You mentioned the word maybe earlier on. I had possibly the dumbest argument of my life over that word. Well, actually, okay. So me and Marina, we like get into this fight like every like 6 months. Like so, there's this thing where. So I'll put this as like as a guy thing first, right? So if say I needed to move, I was like, hey, I'm moving this Saturday, right?
Mhm.
And if I ask Will, it's like, I need one person's help, right? And I say, Will, can you help me out? And you say,
Sure.
okay, you say, sure. All right. If
Or
you
was I
say,
supposed to say I've got something going on that day?
oh, no. It would say, like, if you said, I'll probably be there, should I expect to see you on Saturday?
No.
Yes, because it's me.
Oh.
Because I'm
Yeah.
brother. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't
Okay.
think you'd say probably though.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Let me check. I'll get back to
Yeah,
you."
I would. So yeah,
He's gonna give you a yes.
if
you
I
need
said
it.
probably, for me,
Well,
that's above 50%.
that's the thing is if you say probably, right, and if you can't make it,
I will let you know.
right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
that's
okay.
that's all anybody would expect.
I would
right?
not leave it at probably and leave you waiting on Saturday to be like, he did say probably.
Right, right. Until I hear otherwise, it makes sense for me to be like, okay,
Yeah.
right. Now, if you said, I don't know, probably not. I don't need a phone call from you, right? Because it's
That's a no.
yeah,
that's a no.
I'll let you know if I
odds are
can.
against it,
come.
right?
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then what I need to do is like, I need to ask someone else, right? And that's the thing is so I would, whatever the meetings were, stuff like that. It's like, yeah, I'll probably be there, right? And at the discussion, like if she didn't show up, it's like, just take 5 seconds, just say like, I can't make it, it's okay, right? Now, after like again, this was, and then she does that, and then she's eventually, we're getting into this, and she's like, don't get it. I'm like, I paused. I was like, wait a minute. Tell me what the word probably means to you. Now, define. If I ask you that, what does probably mean?
More likely than not.
Yes, over 50% chance.
Well,
Probably closer to 60 to 60, like 2/3% chance.
okay. So here's the thing: at the very minimum, it's more likely than not.
Yes.
Right. But more often, it's essentially a lock, barring act of God. Now, this is the definition of the word, right?
It's got an act of God in there.
Well, it's basically in the terms of like almost certainly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess I
what it
don't
means.
use it in that context.
I've come to expect that people don't use it that way.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, she thought probably meant like less than 50. She thought that meant I doubt it.
Is it different in Russian?
So here's
Well,
the
everything's negative in Russian.
Oh, that's true. There's no
Right.
happy endings in Russian.
So yeah, every word has
Okay. So check this out. All right. So it turns out that their word for basically like not likely sounds very much like probably.
Oh, okay.
So for one of the many things that actually has a direct counterpart, this is not one of them.
Do they even have a word that says very likely or somewhat likely?
I didn't ask that.
It's like a
Even-
likely scale.
I didn't ask that.
Or is it just
Less than likely.
There's
Yeah.
0,
Slightly
10%
likely.
chance? Yes, I'll be there.
Great question.
Slightly unlikely.
Well, I think that answer is just no. Yeah, I think that's and so yeah, that was like I can't believe that this stupid shit has been like happening over this. And I had to ask her husband, I was like, wait a second. It's like, so you're telling me that there's never been a situation where you told your husband, right? He said like, I'm going to Wendy's. You want to meet me there? She said probably. And when your dumbass didn't show up, right? He didn't read you the riot act. She's like, let me speak Russian. I was like, oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
different.
Okay, I get it.
So were you using probably
No,
to her?
no.
Or she was saying probably
She was saying probably.
and knew she wasn't going to do it.
Right. This was
Okay.
like so. If I were to give you the sentence where I was going to say, well, hey, I haven't talked to you in a minute, but I definitely want to catch up with you. But my situation is hectic. My schedule's crazy. I'll probably get a chance to call you. I'd expect a call, right?
But in Russia,
Well,
Don't
no,
expect
not in Russia.
in Russia, you don't. If you say
if, you're
probably,
if you're asking a Russian to do that,
then you just accept that you're being blown off.
Well, again, if you've never Googled it, then correct. If you
Right.
just presumed it meant the same thing, right?
But she's been in America. I'm sure people have told her probably, and the people show up.
That's
Like, doesn't that change your perception? You're like, wow, all these people keep saying probably, and they're just always here.
it's just my lucky
was-
day.
I was like, how has this not been a major problem with? But that's also sort of that community thing is like, you hang out with Russians, right? You all speak that language.
Oh yeah, they just use that language instead.
Right,
Right.
right.
Yeah.
And there was just this. He was like, I understand why it makes you so upset. I was like, yeah.
You know what? I think they actually use I think in Armageddon, when the Russian is there and they have to jump the ledge, I think the guy says probably. And he's like, probably. What are the odds? He's like, oh, like no, maybe like 50-50. No, more like 30-70.
Probably.
So maybe they even did it on
Like, I didn't mean that. And then she was like, how did you not figure that out from the context then? I was like, what? It was like, when I said my schedule was hectic, I was like, well, because it's like, there's more than 24, there's 24 hours in a day, right? I just presume that when you say that you're working around that. This is like, but.
Or you just say, nah, that's not going to
No,
work
I'm not
this
going to
week.
make it.
Yeah.
Right,
Well,
right.
next week's a lot lighter.
I'm a lot better at that. Keep it electronic? No. No.
Well, because that's the stuff I was like, this was your idea.
Yeah. My favorite one lately is questionable.
That's
Oh.
Yeah, it's like when you see questionable in fantasy football, you're like, oh, I can't put him in.
I have to wait till the report. I have to wait till
Yeah.
they lock the lineups at 10:30.
Okay, so what would be the when you're looking for like confirmation phrases like this or words, what are the ones that, as far as you're concerned, mean no?
No.
That's one.
Right. Yeah.
I've seen
Doubt it.
doubtful. I
yeah.
think that's a no. I more often than, and I mean, just like I would say 90% of that maybe means no.
Well, I've even
I don't
said
know, yeah.
probably not.
Probably not.
So in Russian, does that
probably
mean positive?
I don't think it's math, Will. I don't think it's two. You have two signs and they
Multiply
actually flip.
two
Yeah,
negatives
I don't think
and
that's. I don't think that's how it works.
Simple language, right?
It's
Double
probably
negative.
to the second negative power.
So, all right. Well, let me. Okay.
But yes,
So you
I definitely
will be there. Yeah.
definitely have said probably not.
Right.
So you're
right.
definitely stating the opposite of probably, because
Right.
Yeah, so it's
Right.
it's clear for us.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I'd have a lot more questions for her. I really want to know if there's a probably where you're more likely to do it in Russian, if that even exists.
And that was the funny thing. She's like, She's like, you're lying. I'm like, no, that's what the word means. Like that's literally what the word means. She's like, no way. And
You just send the link, right?
well, this was the amazing thing was like as she's Googling it.
Oh,
right,
okay.
I'm actually saying the definition, right?
Because you're not reading.
Correct. And when she,
I don't believe you. I need to see Google. I'm reading Google.
when she opens up Google, she's reading it. It's like we're completing each other's sentences.
Right.
She's like, this. I can't believe this is real. And she just said this dumb stuff like, I can't believe how many people I've said this to.
And they've all been let down.
Well, and that's where I was like, I was like, well, this is. I was like, is it because you're a woman or something? And she didn't get offended. I was like, but like with guys, if you give somebody probably, if it's like, hey, I'm going snowboarding this weekend, do you want to come? If somebody nopes out on probably, once or twice, you stop asking, right? And so it's either you get the talking to like, hey, I need to know if you're going, or you just don't get invited anymore. And that's where I was like, do girls have a different thing where probably means,
No.
whatever?
Tell her you'll probably be on a date and see how she responds to that. You don't show up. You're not going to get a second phone call in yet.
Right. Right.
It's like, yeah, I'll probably get back to you.
Okay, in that situation, that sounds like an absolutely not.
Yeah,
That's a no.
that's just so
I guess the context can mean a lot.
you're making an argument for context. Okay, so okay, all right, I can
When you're
see that.
trying not to hurt feelings, but it's definitely not a no,
Right.
then you might use probably.
Okay.
Healthy again?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably do this again now.
That's a no. That's a no. That's a hard no.
Well,
We'll probably do this again. It's like, well, that wasn't a yes. So you have a great life.
The context, yes, context.
I feel like in the same way, yeah, I feel like in the same way, whatever, if you have to qualify it with like as long as, it's like, you want to do this again? Well, as long as, this doesn't happen or something doesn't happen at work, I'll be
Right.
As long as you don't meet somebody better.
Yeah. I remember, yeah, that was the old a friend of mine. This was part of the we joked about it because he was not the only black man that would say this. But whenever a lie was about to come out of my friend Robert's mouth, he would pause and then he would say, "See, what had happened was."
Officer. Yeah.
You gotta come up with a better.
Every time. Like you'd actually see the eyes like fishing for.
He's writing the story out in front of.
And I learned that was a common phrase in certain cultures.
That's common to the South.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I used to hear that in Texas all the time.
What
What happened was, yeah. So it happened like this, yeah.
But that's such a giveaway, man. Like if that's you can't have a tell.
Well, it's in the same way. It's there's people that essentially, whenever their story starts, the version of like, so I didn't do
there I
anything
was,
wrong. Yeah, so
right.
there I was, minding my own fucking business.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, yeah, no, you weren't.
Putting the disclaimer on it right away, huh?
Through no fault of my own.
Yeah, no fault of mine. Just minding my own business. Yeah. Check this shit out. Yep.
Right. Actually, yeah. I think you called me out on that one. It was you or one of you where I was trying to get you. I was trying to get an unbiased opinion about something I was discussing with one or the other. And I remember that I started the discussion with, "Listen to this bullshit," and
Just putting the ball on a tee. Like, watch me hit this fucker.
See, I'll often like lead with like supporting the other person and then make my point. Be like,
can you cite an example, please?
so I'll be like, so I totally get that, I did this and so it led to this, but from here, and then I would go through the story that way. So it kind of starts putting it in the framework that I'm citing over there, and then I start weaving stuff through rather than just saying that they're full of shit off the bat.
Well, okay, so tell me how that would sound. I'm trying to.
So, like, let's say if I was fighting with Nikki or something, and I was telling you the story, it'd be like, so I understand, like, I was watching the game and I was way too involved, and so it put a stress on all this kind of stuff.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then, but
okay.
I'd listen to what she's, and then I'd start saying the rest of the story, but I'd start it with one side so that it doesn't make me sound
right
as biased as I'm sure I kind of lean towards eventually.
I think generally speaking, you're pretty fair when it comes to saying both sides.
I try.
I think you're cognizant. You've been pretty good about it at most times, and
I must say, marriage therapy actually did a lot for my way of viewing concepts of what arguments are.
For real.
Oh yeah, it was because all I had was how we grew up as the standard.
Oh,
and that is not a good standard of healthy arguments in a family.
Oh, you mean like complete and total domination over your foe?
Who can yell louder? Who's willing to just cave first? And then you don't ever have to say anything to acknowledge the other person. You just have to give it 5 minutes, and then we just pretend it never happened.
Right.
Right. No, it's 100%.
all better.
100%.
Well, and did you also include? It's not when the other person concedes; it's when you feel good enough.
Right. Yep. You got to keep it going, even if they've already conceded. Yep.
Right.
You have to. So
Right, yeah, I get you on the run now.
which I think I still do that one sometimes, occasionally. Like
If you catch
with
yourself,
lawyer,
you're like,
yeah,
whoa, 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 whoa,
yeah,
whoa,
yeah.
whoa. Yeah.
So, but yeah, the marriage counseling was just a whole mind opening thing. Like, wait, what? Oh, I've been kind of terrible. Like, wait, that's not normal. Oops.
That's normal.
I thought yelling and screaming was part of life. Huh. That's how you make your point. Who could yell louder?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So yes, I learned a lot through therapy to just be like, okay, so if you want people to actually hear what you're saying, you gotta kind of give both sides, otherwise they just shut you out.
I don't blame them. Yeah, it's sort of.
It makes sense.
Well,
It
I mean,
makes sense.
there is a logic to sort of what our family did. I'm not saying that this was good. I'm just saying there's a logic to it. So, say for example, when you're training a dog that has trouble with the separation anxiety, right? They won't follow instructions until you've worn the energy out of them.
Mm.
Then they become very compliant, right? Because they don't have that nervous energy to fight you anymore. You don't have to do that with humans. You don't have to subjugate them before the message can sink in.
Well, I just learned to be compliant early on, so
Well, yeah, that's true.
I was just like, wow, I don't have to get any yelling if I just follow the direction.
Just follow the directions. Do what they tell me to do. It's so much easier. So
Then I get to go off on my own way and do whatever I want. But
let me on lead.
To your credit, Will, I think that is the successful strategy.
Well, it
At
doomed
least
you.
99 out of 100.
It doomed you because they expected that out of you every time. They're like, that one got it.
Yeah, it's, how tricky is this shit? You want to ask him how it's done? I don't get fractions.
And now the parent doesn't know fractions.
Well, okay, so I will say that there were a few times that Dad was happier than the times that I said, I don't understand what this math is. Can you show me? Like he would, he'd light up like it was the 4th of July, man. And he'd put a book down. It's like, what are you working on? And then he'd be like, well, first, okay, before I dive into this, tell me how your teacher wants to do this, because that's the golden rule.
Oh, William's
Okay.
so annoyed that his teachers keep making him show his work. Damn it! He's like, my last teacher didn't make it. He just said, if you get it wrong, you're going to lose all the points. I was fine with losing all the points.
He is his father's son.
I'm like, yeah, I know. This new teacher makes us show everything. Yeah, I get it. It sucks. But
What is he working on now? What math is he in?
is it geometry?
Was he what grade is he?
9th.
9th grade.
Ninth should be algebra.
No,
Most people
it's just different now. So they reconfigured it.
do they really?
I
Yeah.
think it's geometry.
Because it used to be algebra 1, 2 was ninth, geometry was 10th, algebra 3, 4 was
Yeah, it's
11th.
different now. So they've got.
He hasn't asked me to look at his work.
Yeah,
so I don't
Cat's already done most of her geometry. So
maybe he did geometry last
yeah,
year.
because there's like a whole nother track now. So that
Oh, he's
you
in
can go into
geometry.
statistics.
Really?
Yeah, and then there's another one where you go into like trig and then calc, but the calc is actually like college concurrent stuff. It's different, man, than it used to be. So Because my daughter's doing stuff that's way more advanced than what I was doing in 10th grade, and she's in retard math like I was. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
He's in advanced math, but yeah, they're in
yeah,
geometry right now. So
yeah. Because
The ninth? Wow. Okay.
yeah, they've been doing geometry, and they've been doing what's she doing all last fall? She was doing polynomials and factorials. Yeah.
What is
And
that?
that's
I was
algebra.
gonna say,
Man, you usually
well,
got that in like algebra one. So, oh, but now she's on to geometry.
what was weird because geometry really felt like the odd man out when it came to the math classes because it felt like law school. It was weird
But you had to do
because
your proofs.
yeah, because
oh
it
yeah,
was all
proofs.
about
Oh god.
Man, I only had like one or two teachers that made me do proofs over the years.
Well, I
that
think it's only for one class.
yeah.
Well, I remember doing them in 8th grade, and that was not geometry, but we had to do some kind of proofs. And I wasn't smart kid math like you were. I wasn't dumb kid math. So we had to do proofs there, and then I had to do them in 10th grade for geometry. So I had to do proofs twice. So
I can swear we spent half a semester working on those at least.
at least,
Yeah,
yeah.
William's already complained about
Yeah.
those. And then he came to me with one problem. He's like, "Dad, I'm stuck on this one." I was like, "All right, bring it here." And he shows me, and it's got like a triangle with different sides and stuff. And he's like, "I gotta calculate
I fucking
this thing." And I was like,
I can't fucking do those.
I was like, "All right, well, let's just."
I was like, get my phone.
I was like, "All right, let's break it into right angle. We'll do this right angle triangle. We'll calculate the
Yeah.
hypotenuse over here. We'll do this, and then we'll cut this here." And then I'm like, "Man, all right." So I'm like solving it, and then I'm doing one other equation into it. And I'm like, man, they are really asking you to do some wacky shit here. Like this is nuts. And then like the next day he's like, oh yeah, I read the question wrong. They just wanted the perimeter. Or like they just
Yeah.
wanted oh, just like, dude, man, the whole page of equation. I was like, God dang it, kid. He's like, oh yeah, it took like 1 minute. I was like, yeah, you
What if you're like, well, this is geometry. They could theoretically ask
I was like,
this.
it's all here. Like you can see the angles. I can see where you're trying to solve. All right, I guess.
See, those I can still do. The ones that embarrass me every now and then is like on social media. Every now and then you'll get the one that says, "Well, how many squares are in this picture?" It's like, "Fuck you." It's like, well, just show me where the hidden one is. Just show me the one where you say, "Oh, well, the whole thing is a square." Just get to the trick one already, okay?
Well, there's the one where you have to move like one matchstick or something to get a square.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like four squares and things like this, and it's just like, God dang it, how you? And all you have to do is just move one, and it makes like the square root. And I'm like, you son of a
okay.
bitch!
Yeah.
Oh, I did not think of you son of no. All right. I was not thinking outside the box.
Yeah, it's like the matches one is always the one where it's like take one and make all the fish go the other way.
There's a bunch of them
You know what
out
I'm
there.
talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, some of them are. It's like, oh yeah, that's no problem. And then there's one it's like, make the like, can you move one matchstick to make a larger number than this? And I was like, oh yeah, here's 87. Like I moved one and get 87. And William did. He's like, oh no, you can move one to get 96. And all the answers we keep coming up with are bigger than the number that was there. It's like, that's a dumb freaking question, man. It's like 100 answers here, man. But yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen when William brings calculus. And I'm gonna be like, give me the book. I need to go through. I gotta do some reading here because there's a lot of dots I need to connect before you even touch this problem. Oh man, it's gonna be so long. So, yeah, I have not used that crap since college.
I've never actually taken calculus. So
You just taught yourself that.
I a little bit, but then
Yeah.
I realized I didn't fucking need it. So, because I don't use it for anything that I do. So, I mean, sure, it goes on behind the scenes with the fucking machine, but I don't
Not my
I
problem.
write them. I don't find it.
Of all the things computers are really good at,
Math is never.
that is it.
Yeah, so I don't worry about that.
Yeah, well, last time I used calculus, I think was a freshman here in college, and I had physics, calculus-based physics, and that was just oh,
Well, what would be? I mean, this is one of the they always joke about this, but what would be something? I don't want to say practical in your life, but something that could be useful theoretically that you could apply to your life from calculus. That's like okay, well, having known this actually helps me.
in average day-to-day life,
Yeah, or maybe even once a
or
week,
if
or
or as a physicist. Because in my average day-to-day life,
Okay.
I have not used it since college.
Yeah.
So I have
Just use the
nothing.
scanner and the math works.
it tells me how much I.
Talking about like you're in the room, right? You got kidnapped in the middle of the night. You wake up and there's like an equation on the wall that won't open until you solve it. I mean, like, is there?
Yeah, they won't even do that in like an escape room because nobody would escape. That would just like end the game.
Right? Yeah.
They're like, knock knock.
Yeah.
None of us know how to do this.
Oh, my fucking money back. Yeah.
Because we went to trivia night on the date, and
Yeah,
and she was just like, she's like, why don't they ask? Like, I don't like the trivia because they don't ask like questions. I'm like, they can't ask questions that only you can answer. Like, they have to make questions that a majority of the people can answer. Like, she's like, why don't they ever ask like the Latin name for an elephant? Like, because nobody would answer the
Yeah.
question. like, sorry, yeah, we need to dumb it down to so that people are happy that they're getting questions right.
well, that's the balance, right? If
Yeah.
Yeah.
You only throw in a couple that are that next tier
Yeah.
kind of thing.
and where did you do this?
Some brewery place downtown.
Yeah.
OGC's Brewery, something.
OCC.
Yeah, that's it.
I know. I know the lady owns that.
Ah,
Yeah,
Do you?
I do.
well, if we do it again, we need a music guy. We failed. Wah, wah, wah. Like, could not come up with a band. Could not come up with it. Or are you rusty in that now?
Well, I have okay, so I've got some pretty serious gaps here.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, like modern stuff? Like the whole modern?
So yeah, I mean, if you're asking me about,
I think every music they played was
Yeah, it's all from the '90s or the
older.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did. I don't
They don't play new
think
shit.
they had one that had No Doubt, where the guy just read the lyrics and you had to come up with a song from him.
Even
just
that
reading
band's
it
been around
wrong.
for 30 years, man.
Oh.
Come on. Yeah.
I think that was the newest one on there.
okay. Well, again, that is if they ever want to brush me, it's just ask me modern lyrics. Because it's the thing is there's plenty of music that I enjoy, right? But I don't drive. I mean that used to be
All right.
look that used to be where I'd hear new music is like that
On the
rotation
radio,
of
Yeah.
You know,
it's like well what do I want to get my finger on the pulse of today? It's like
It's so disappointing, though, man. It's all shit you've already listened to. So, they don't put new stuff on the radio.
they don't.
No, turn on Kilo on your way home. Tell me what you hear. You're going to be ready. It's like, I remember this.
Oh my god.
I just look I started having problems when so all of like my 7th, 8th, ninth grade, brand new alternative, songs showed up on 98.1
Yep.
as classic rock.
Yeah.
And I finally I understood how like Charlie and other guys felt. It's like I get it now.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when Black Sabbath was new. Oh, my God. Yeah.
It's like yeah, that
Yeah.
thing where it's like, what do you mean Kiss is classic rock?
What do you mean classic rock? Yeah, exactly.
It's like oldie rock.
It kind of is now,
It's
man.
like
Yeah.
70s.
Yeah.
That's 70s,
Fucking
isn't it?
Metallica's
Late
70s. Come on. So, like, yeah, it's just
They're like, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's like the stuff Dad would listen to, like the time gap.
well, all right. So the weird thing was way back in the day. So the oldie station first for a long time before 92.9, it was an AM station, and it was basically all Beach Boys all the time.
well, they were playing doo-wop and shit like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then 92.9 actually like ventured into like the 60s.
The Eagles, oh my
So-
God.
Oh no.
The
No
Eagles were
no,
60s?
no Eagles. No, the Eagles were 60s.
I thought they were late 60s.
No. Mhm.
I'm off by 5 years. Whatever.
They're the Hotel California? No.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm terrible with the
Dude,
bands
I hate
and
the fucking
stuff.
Eagles, but I know up there.
Wait, you don't even like that song?
No, I hate that song.
Oh.
It seems awful.
But everybody likes it. Like, okay.
It takes forever getting somewhere, and when it gets there, it's like, who gives a
It
fuck?
wastes his time. So there's a theme here. I think I found it.
Like you could listen to it, but I guarantee you, if you're listening to it, there are options.
You don't just start singing to it? Like,
That's it's just a simple, boring ass song.
but everybody knows the words.
I don't know the words.
Really? Wow.
I can't. I have no mind for lyrics. So
They
they all melt away.
they know all the lyrics to Sweet Caroline. You can listen to that instead.
I know one like 5 words out of that song. The same ones that you do. So and everybody else.
Bah, bah.
Those don't
It's
count
a
as
song
separate
all
words.
about rape.
Those
Yeah.
don't count as words?
As separate words.
Separate
There's 3
words.
words, right?
Right, but it's the same word.
No, it's bah, bah, bah. There's an M on the last one.
Okay, you want to give it 2? That's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then, yeah, Sweet Caroline and then bum, bum, bum.
Right.
I mean, heck, they even sing that at every football game overseas.
Oh, there's
For whatever
well,
reason.
it's at every Red Sox game too.
Yeah, 7th inning stretch every game. After they
Every-
play, take me out to the ballpark.
Yep.
So then they do that one. And when the Red Sox visit other stadiums, they do that too. Because everybody wants to sing the fucking Caroline song. You know?
Look, man, it's a song for drunks, and it does what it does well.
I
It
guess.
really
Yeah.
does well, man. That whole stadium will be going.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I've been there for it. Yes. So, yep.
I mean, even when the game's overseas and every person is wearing a jersey from whatever team, because it's not any of the teams that are actually playing,
Yep.
they will all sing that song.
There are certain songs that that they transcend music, so that they've made it into sports, right? And sometimes it's very simple. It's like when it goes ba da 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 da. Hey, right.
Yeah.
That was, I mean, that's the weird thing is you so associate it with sports that it makes you wonder, like, wait, this was just music at some point. Somebody just released this and says, this is a song.
Another one bites the dust.
We will rock you.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Eye of the Tiger.
There'll be other. I can't think of more of them right now, but yeah, when they come on, they come on.
Oh no, I mean you know certain ones. Like you go to a hockey game at like the minute mark, they play the final countdown at
Oh yeah.
they also play Nobody Knows the Band But Me, the Kerncraft 400, Zombie Nation is the song. You've heard it. They just play the chant part.
That's a zombie song.
That the name of the song is Zombie Nation by Kerncraft 400.
What? Would have never in a million years come up with that one.
Side trivia on that is the song itself is composed with a piece written for a Commodore 64 game called Lazy Jones.
Yeah, I knew that one.
Duh.
Yeah.
Jeez. Keep up with the conversation, Bill.
So yeah, if you want to, do you ever do the trivia? Do they have trivia at Rock Bottom?
No, we got rid of all the fun stuff.
They don't do anything over
No,
there.
all we do is drink.
Oh, well. Do they even host a trivia night?
I think they still do. I just don't go on those nights. So
That's not your crowd.
it brings in all the weirdos, man. So I used to go too. So, but it does, man. They got another one that's right. There's another bar, Rhinos, right over here. That got one. That a lot of people go to, but I just like I don't know, man. Because they used to do that. They used to do bingo, which was always kind of fun. They did trivia bingo
Ooh.
or something like that. Maybe it was music. I can't remember. That was a while ago, but that was back when management was fun. So then it got corporate. So,
Were they always corporate?
sort of. I mean, like
Here's your guideline.
yeah, exactly.
Do what
It
you
was kind of
can.
like that. Yeah. Now it's more like, oh my God, this thing makes money, so stop fucking around with it, kind of thing. So
Right, but it's not like McDonald's corporate stepping in and saying like, "Why are you guys selling lobster rolls?"
well, kind of, yeah. So I mean, they're pretty picky about certain things, like because the guy, like, the actual corporate chef used to hang out there all the time.
Yeah, I thought he had
Well,
like
he
some
retired.
individual control over
Oh,
it.
he had 100% control.
Well, there you
So
go.
he
Yeah.
would go make it up and we'd see it on the menu next week.
Right, right.
But he retired. So
Okay.
and then the CEO of the company used to hang out there.
Wow.
Oh,
When he retired. So then Old Chicago started going tango uniform all over the place, and so they broke Old Chicago's off.
really?
Yeah, and parted it out. So because like apparently it's just a loser, you know. And so the Rock Bottoms are the ones that make the money, so they're their own company now. Blah blah blah, and they've got their own.
I didn't
Oh,
know they were
shit.
tied together.
Oh yeah, there's like 3 or 4 of them. Yeah, because it's them and like Gordon Beers or something else. I can't remember. So
I know that name.
yeah, it's another brewery.
It is.
Yeah, they got a thing down at the airport. So
Is that it?
they used to have a nice one up in Denver that we used to go to all the time. So out in Broomfield or Louisville or wherever it was, Morrison,
Denver.
Right.
Denver.
It's
yeah.
all Denver to me. I ain't breaking up the city.
What's up? They don't have that distinctive of a feel from each other.
Well, and I just never paid attention either.
What, Denver?
Which branch of the city is which branch? Like,
Yeah,
means-
I mean it's no different than the Springs. I mean there's parts of it that look a little bit different and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean it's all one giant ass city.
and I'm not going to pay attention. So
No, not my business.
definitely don't go up to Denver enough to care.
I didn't.
Last couple times I've been in Denver, it's been shitty, dude. So downtown is just a shithole. So
Is it really?
there are fucking zombie walkers everywhere, dude. So yeah, it is bad. Now that was last summer, so it was the last time I was there.
And it's been a very mild winter.
But they
so-
were there. Yeah, I probably didn't kill them all off.
It
So,
did not force the migration.
yeah, it's not forced migration south, down Fountain Creek.
That is true. You can always tell when you're going to get a lot of moths.
Right, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, downtown Denver is kind of like, I don't know, man. There's like them fucking junk bikes all over the place,
Oh,
It's- and like there's a lot of zombie walkers. And then there's, just like I don't know. I mean, I didn't see that many tents. There's a few.
On certain streets, yeah.
Yeah, if so, like I was just going to Coors, and we did that what 4 or 5 times last year. I did it, and like if you get a little bit east of the stadium, it's fucking bad. So
Really?
yeah, they're everywhere, dude. And then if you get a little bit south, you see a couple of them, but they were actually working on the mall, the 16th Street Mall. So that was actually all coned off and shit. So that wasn't too bad.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah,
Gotcha.
but I don't know, man.
Well,
Because I drove up Broadway the last time, and it was like, holy shit. Fucking nomads everywhere, man.
hey there, Kyle, you look lost.
Yeah. So ain't no parking here.
We got ourselves an out of towner.
Yeah.
Wait, was there,
I've been round.
did I see correctly that the Bears are moving out of Chicago?
To Indiana.
Yeah, to Gary, Indiana. So they're moving like it's only like 10, 15 miles away, but it makes like all this difference, man. So
Why are they doing it?
taxes.
Yep. And I think
Taxes.
Chicago wasn't going to pay for the stadium or something like that.
Uh-huh.
So they said, all right, they will.
Yeah,
And
Fine
Indiana
people,
said,
Gary.
sure, we'll
it's
have a team.
it's pretty much Gary, Indiana, man. It's
But they're
like
still going to be called Chicago.
they're going to be called Chicago Bears, But I mean,
I mean, like New York Giants and stuff
They
like
do
Yeah,
play
that.
New
that's true.
Jersey. Yeah, that's true.
The 49ers aren't in San Francisco.
right. Not even close. Yeah, not even close. It's like an hour right on the park.
So I know it sounds outrageous, but you're getting whoever's going to pay for your stadium. So
Well, and I mean, Soldier Field is the oldest stadium
Yeah.
in the NFL. And they keep trying to bolt pieces onto it.
Yes,
So,
they do.
Yeah. No, like I have two cousins. They're from Chicago. They was talking to them just a couple of weeks ago about this. They're like, it's great. So they're like, that place is a shithole. Say it's not easy to get to. Yeah. So yeah, and they're just like, yeah, if the city's not going to pay to knock it down, they were complaining because like the city spent all this money, time, and effort building Obama's library. So on
That thing is an
It
affront
is.
to God itself.
I don't know if it's in front of God. I just don't know what it is.
I've
It's
never
like
seen
a
this.
box. So I'll go Google it at some point in time. It's weird, man. So, but anyway, they spent a lot of money, redoing the park and stuff like that, and stuff like that whole front. And I mean, granted, okay, so a lot of that money came from outside donors too. All right. But then for them not to budge anything on Soldier Field, it's kind of like, well, fuck you guys. And the town's like, well, the train goes right by that, so
That could be one of those things where everybody that doesn't live there thinks it's cool, but everybody that does is like, this is a hassle. This is a
what in Chicago?
yeah. Like there are just like certain landmarks. It's like, okay, so out of town people see this, they think it's cool.
Oh,
Right.
oh, you mean Soldier?
Yeah.
Well, that was the impression I was getting.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah. So, oh well.
I'm going to chase whoever's going to give them an extra $300 million or whatever it'll be. So
I think they should force them to call them the city they play in. I think those New York teams that play in New Jersey should have to be New Jersey.
yeah, that's not going to happen.
No, it's not gonna happen.
That's the
Yeah.
point.
They call it the Queens Mets. That'd be great.
That I think would be cool.
Yeah, they're definitely never going to do that.
No. Well, we'll see. I mean, Denver's getting a new stadium too now, so yeah. Just it's like it's like a mile from the other one, man. They're not even building a new interchange. You say fucking
Yeah.
stupid ass interchange.
Yes, but the Penners will own everything.
Everything.
Is that their plan? They just want to own chunk
Oh,
of Denver.
they're going to own every single thing.
Are these people magnanimous?
I mean, they're doing good for the Broncos. I don't really care.
You're right, but in terms of
It's Walmart, man.
like villains coming to Colorado, in terms of like powerful families that have come, that can be a force for change.
It's Walmart.
Yes, but are they the Walmart?
Is that who owns the Broncos?
Yeah.
The Waltons?
Yeah,
The
I didn't
kids,
know
right?
that.
yeah. Penner's like married to Walton's daughter, I think, or
Oh.
something like that. But yeah, it's Walmart money.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
But I'm just saying, like, are these the kind of people that would say, "I don't feel comfortable with all these zombies around. We need to make changes."
I don't think they'll give a fuck because that's going to be pretty far south. So from where the zombie horde is. So yeah,
And they're everything's going to be all new and shiny. So
yeah,
zombie
you're not
horde
going to have
doesn't go
zombie horde
to-
doesn't go to places that are new
Yeah.
and shiny.
because
Yeah,
everyone's going to be there. So that's not where.
No, fair enough. All right. I just don't know enough about them. I just know that
They'll have lights on everywhere. I'm sure it'll be all lit. If there is a dark corner, they'll
With
install a
sunlight,
new
yeah,
light.
exactly.
Like it's all, yeah.
real fucking hostile architecture. Yeah.
Well, I don't think they're gonna make like the jagged benches or whatever.
No, but they do spray acid on you after 9 minutes.
you loiter for more than a minute. Yeah, exactly.
Or just if you try to lay down.
Right.
If you sit. Right.
It starts at please move, please move, please move. Warning.
And then it melts you.
Yes.
And then there's no trace, so
Right, yeah.
Well, I mean, there's
What's the shopping cart full of garbage? Whose dog is this?
it doesn't melt clothes.
Right,
So
yeah,
you see just like a
exactly.
dog collar and fucking.
it's like Thanos snapping.
It's
Explodes.
I don't know. That's a tough thing. Is Denver has choices to make. I understand that they're pushing for some pretty extreme like property tax increases and
Denver's got problems, man. But I mean, the thing about it is, it's actually like fucking 7 or 8 different jurisdictions kind of glued together.
right.
And so, like, okay, it just means that you'll hollow out one if it's full of idiots, and then they'll abscond to other parts around that town anyway,
And then those property values will skyrocket.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we've been watching that happen in Denver because, I mean, Capitol Hill used to be a really nice neighborhood.
They do have a way of rotating.
Dude, my parents lived in Aurora for years. It was gorgeous.
Yeah,
It used to be a
that's
bedroom, big suburb, blah blah blah. Now it's fucking Mordor, So it just changes. So over time, and I mean, you drive up to Denver now. I mean, you start hitting basically suburbia, like maybe about 10 miles south of Castle Rock
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Right.
So
And it just keeps spreading. So
well, I mean, it kind of. I mean, Colorado actually lost people last year, so not a lot.
Not a lot.
Well, they
But-
were just talking migration. That actually the state population grew last year because of births. So, but like the migration, that's down. So yeah, but like
well, we are pricey.
it's yeah, it's expensive as fuck.
Well, okay,
So, yeah.
so it's not just that it's pricey. It's that it doesn't have the commensurate incomes to offset it.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Because when you look at the charts, when you look back and say, like, show me how this works from like 1980, yeah, these lines just.
Well,
like this.
there's like it depends on what part of the state you're in too.
This was just doing an average of everything.
Yeah,
But you're
I
right.
know. But if you
You're
go to
right.
like Aspen, the incomes are fine in fucking Aspen. So and the same thing. Okay, you can go to Pueblo. Property values suck, salary sucks. So there you go.
Right.
So it's like your old neck of the woods where people like, oh my God, how do I afford a $750,000 house? In fucking Loveland. You know, when
Yeah.
the
Oh,
only
yeah.
job around
Yeah.
here I can get is at the big R.
You're wondering, like, who makes all this money?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I check this newspaper every day.
Yeah, no, that northern corridor there is weird, man. So, no.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, I don't know where everybody was working for all these, for how much the property is. It's like, what is
For all the jobs,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Well, did
I mean, Castle Rock makes sense because the tech center's right
Yeah.
there, you know? So,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
well, there's shitloads of stuff on the south end of Denver. So, north side is kind of, you know, there's some, and you go up like 36, there's a bit, but, you
Yeah,
know, I
the
don't know where the
36
rest of the
there's,
fucking
yeah.
jobs are up there, man. So, unless they're all downtown, people just commuting in. I have no fucking clue. Yeah.
well, I mean, in the same way, like nobody actually works in monuments.
No, Monument's tiny, dude. I mean,
Well, that's
like,
what I'm
yeah,
saying. It is a place, and nobody. There's actually I knew one business up there.
I know one guy who works there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one guy that worked there. It was a chemical company. Um, but yeah, for the most part, it's people who want to live out there, and then
They work on north part of town, Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
So, because Colorado Springs, their jobs are concentrated in three places: Powers, and then downtown, and then up north, and you know, like the
any
fucking
military base.
Well, yeah, the military bases too. Um, Fort Carson is a little bit different though, because most of those guys actually live there.
That is true. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So Pete and
Right.
Schriever, yeah, Schriever doesn't have housing. That's not for like active duty guys, if I'm not mistaken. So, I don't know. I know who to ask. I don't think I really care. So,
It's really worth going into.
yeah, no, man. So,
I did. Okay, so hold on one second. Let me pull up something up because I did. You and I were talking about CEOs a little bit ago, right?
what about?
We were talking about CEOs in the quotient points and
Yeah.
okay, so I did take a look at this because I was like, I don't know, this could be way far off. I don't know. So it turns out that when it comes down to, and this is the studies that I looked into, 40% of the CEOs, the Fortune 500 CEOs, are in the top 1% of IQ.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that.
Okay, which what is the? I'll just say it this way.
Top 1%? Yeah,
Yep.
probably. I mean, you're only talking, so 40% of them, if you're talking Fortune 500, you're only talking about 200, 250, 240 some people. So that's not that many. Because every
Well,
company only has one CEO.
well, that's correct. But in terms of representation, that is based on their estimates, 37 to 41 times over representation of the general public. So when it comes to actually
I'm not
drawing
surprised.
the top
Yeah.
IQs, yes, it is a big correlation. Now that was just the top 1%. The rest were in the high echelon.
Oh,
right?
I guarantee it, man. You're not going to be able to make it up in one of those companies, especially a publicly traded company, a Fortune 500 company. You're not going to, like, because we're not talking private companies where your daddy, just blesses you into the company
Right.
kind of thing.
Right. But the average, so the average was 124, and that is in the top 7 to 9%, and it's at that top end where 40% are in the top 1%.
Yeah, I'm
So
not surprised. By that.
IQ is a pretty big correlating factor in there.
But is that I mean, what is IQ actually measuring there? Is it actually measuring cognitive capacity, or is it measuring all the training that you've gone through? I mean, I bet you the thing that probably is a little bit more common amongst most of your CEOs is I bet you almost all of them come from the same 4 or 5 schools. So,
Well, actually, the other thing was height. So it
Yeah.
turns out, okay, so versus the regular public, okay, so 50% or 58% of Fortune 500 CEOs are 6 feet or above.
okay, so half.
No, 58%.
Okay, a
is-
little bit more than half.
It's more than half.
More than half.
versus the population, which is 14.5%.
Yeah, okay.
And about 30% are 6'2" or taller versus 3.9%.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
So
I don't think that's deterministic, though.
I think it absolutely is.
Yeah, I know you do.
I know for a fact.
Yeah, I don't think you could even remotely come close to proving causality on that. Go ahead and give me your best shot.
So okay, now this is not my study. I'm not going to have it right offhand here. But I mean, honestly, you can pull up something that shows basically each inch of height corresponds to greater income.
Yeah, okay, sure.
So yeah, if there's going to be if there's going to be something where yes, this is going to lead to higher paying jobs, especially within leadership positions. Yeah, it's pretty clear.
I don't think so. Yeah,
That's
I think correlation is one thing, causality is another. Who knows, man? There could be a million different reasons why those people are taller. Just because they're taller, is that the only reason why they actually get those better jobs? Probably
I
not.
don't think anybody ever said that it's the only reason.
Well, I don't even think it's a major reason. So, I mean, okay, where would we put it? If there's 10 factors that actually contribute to whether or not you become a CEO, where's height out of those 10? Top five, bottom five?
Oh,
I don't know either, man. So, I mean, there's probably correlates there that we can't even see in some respects. It could be like, the school you go to, what you major in, like what your lineage is, how many, I mean, it could be like all kinds of different things. I don't think height's necessarily that predictive in that one.
What's the personality? Are they all like cutthroat people? Are
It
they
might be.
like, is that more of a determining factor that your drive to win is like nonstop?
a drive. Well, I think Patrick said it best when he said added two things in terms of like risk taking, right?
Might be that.
I think I would argue that that's something that this plus this, right? So basically, like a 5'7" guy plus risk taking, probably not going to make much of a splash on that level, right? And that's again, this is something that's measured is where they see that there is a leadership bias the taller that you get. That's
Yeah.
well documented.
Yeah, that is, well, it is, but so like most of the time when they look at that, they look at individual like jobs, and so they'll look at like presidents or something. And there's just not that many of them to
No,
actually be that
it's
deterministic. And the same thing's true as Fortune 500 CEOs. So if you're telling me that half of them are a little bit higher, and then a
60%.
third of them are quite a bit higher.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's an interesting data point, but it's not 100% of them are higher. So,
Well, no.
yeah, and so, obviously there's other things at play in there. So,
How many
Yeah.
of the presidents have been over 6 foot?
I think it's like half of them, but you got to grade that one.
Because way back when.
Yeah,
people
so
were
back
short.
in the day when there was like, George
6
Washington was
footer
like
was-
6'2", which was weird.
Really? Was it?
Yeah, he was tall. So, which was fucking weird at that time because,
You're a basketball player.
your average British guy in the British Army, your average redcoat was like 5'6".
That dude was a warrior.
Yes.
He was a fucking
So,
like I don't think he was just straight up. The war is over, but the need to kill is still here. It was like they thought they got him a bunch of times, and they didn't.
But pretty much all the modern presidents have all been.
Pretty tall. Yeah.
yeah, well, except FDR.
No.
Sorry.
Measure a man's height seated. Like if he can't stand up, you ask him to lie down and measure
Right, yeah.
that way.
Just use the tape measure.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know how tall he was when he was still standing.
I don't know either, man.
Wow.
So I know that he got polio late in life. So because he was still walking around for a while.
The actors that have all played him have looked tall.
Well, yeah, they got like John Voight to play him and stuff like that. So yeah, but I don't know about like the CEO thing in particular. Some of the leadership traits that actually contribute to that they're just really difficult to understand, man. Because there's a lot of stuff in there that is just it's like not just the risk taking, but it's also extroversion. But there's a lot of conditional things in there based upon like, do you have access to this kind of job? So like, I bet you the number one predictor, now that I think about it, whether or not you become a CEO is actually something really stupid. Were you a vice president? Right? So at a major Fortune 500 company, you know, and so
Well, okay, so I mean, yes, you're talking about certain, like a job that most people would have along the way, right?
yeah.
But that being said, um, what the study, what they posited on this was basically that, all right, so especially when it came to IQ, right?
Mhm.
They said that generally speaking, when it came to uh, business functions that are typically needed for a CEO's position.
Mhm.
These are all things that IQ at a higher level is extremely advantageous
Yeah,
with.
no, I
And
think that's well
also,
documented.
right,
Yeah,
and
I agree with
also
that
that's the same thing that says this is also what would get you into these schools because it's extremely valuable with schoolwork, that kind of stuff. Now, again, you need to couple it with the
one.
thing of like, well, yeah, you have a 40 IQ, but you're also a psychopath, right? It's not just that you have that; it's that you apply that to. I knew incredibly smart people, like you guys did too, where it's like you should be leading this country, but it's like, but yeah, right now you're like restoring bicycle horns, right?
Oh,
Because
sure, yeah.
that's what your brain needs, right? So it's that it's going to come from that crowd that started from this place, that goes on this track,
Mhm.
that goes into this school track
Mhm.
of this group of people, like you said, that knows people. So yeah, it is going to start from a segregated group, but within that
Mhm.
group, there are going to be certain uh, drivers in there that yes, other people of that class don't have.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you're talking about a small slice of a small slice at that point in time. So,
Well, it's that
I mean, it doesn't matter if you're tall or not if you don't get in Harvard. If you get in Harvard, then it matters if you're tall. So,
right,
kind of thing. So
right.
there's an order of operations here, that just like jumping to the tall thing is just like, oh man, there's more to it than that. Same thing's true with IQ too, man, because like, do you need to have an IQ or a high IQ in order to get into Harvard? Well, not if my dad went to Harvard. I could be retarded and get into Harvard if my dad went to Harvard. So, and he wrote them a big enough check. So that's 30% of their enrollments every year are legacy enrollments.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. There's a couple other things that I was thinking about along those lines too. This actually came out during the conference that I was at too, in
Mm.
some respects, was like, so not so much with CEOs, but with upper echelon management in particular. One of the things that actually does determine how far you make it in a company is how many fucking hours you're willing to work in a day.
There's that.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as
Yeah.
you point something like that, it's like, oh, that makes fucking sense. So because it's real competition culture, and so spending time with your family is seen as weakness. So um, so I mean, you could be a short guy and grind on that and beat the tall guy to the punch. So
You can.
yeah,
You can. But this is sort of when people. Okay. So people used to use the Muggsy Bogues argument when it came to.
Luxy pose.
5'3"
Oh yeah,
NBA
yeah,
player.
yeah. Okay.
They used to make the argument that when people would say like I can't play in the NBA, I'm short,
Oh yeah,
right?
right.
People used to use the argument
Yeah.
that well Muggsy Bogues was 5'3". He's like, but he was
But he
one
was the
guy.
one guy. Yeah, him
He
and
was
Spud
one guy.
Webb. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Right. So this was the thing is like yes, you're using the outlier and saying this is the reason this is, but that's not going to be true. So yeah, there are short guys that can basically grind it. Well, and on top of that
No,
too,
not generally true. Yeah, I got you.
but well, the other thing here too is I don't know what percentage of the Fortune 500 CEOs are women, but I would
Oh, it's
almost,
probably less than 10%.
but I would also guarantee that pretty much all of them are under 6 foot.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
So I mean, that's going to take a chunk out of that too.
Yeah,
So
probably. No, there's been some studies on that, specifically with, some of the so one of the things that's a problem with studying the Fortune 500 in general is the turnover rate amongst the CEOs is actually really fucking low. So you don't really get that big of a sample out of it every year in terms of people who bolt. Because I mean, you go back and you take a look at some of the companies, like fucking Morgan Stanley's been run by the same motherfucker for 30 years.
Right.
So, you
Right.
know, and I mean, okay, so there's 499 of them. You know? And then we can say the same thing about, wow, that guy still charges Starbucks. And, oh, well, I'm sure the guy in charge of Walmart has Walton in the last name. So, you know, you get to like a little bit of a little bit of a conundrum there with that. Just because, like, and that's the other thing about Fortune 500, man. It's kind of a misnomer. So because like of the 500 companies on the Fortune 500, probably about 450 of them have very small margins. So they don't actually make that much money. I mean, they make a lot of revenue.
Right.
So, but it's money in, money out kind of thing.
Yeah.
So if you actually take like the top 10 or 15 companies in the Fortune 500, those are the ones that actually really matter. And those are almost all tech companies, you know, like Facebook and, you know, like, I don't know if Tesla's up that far yet, but it's got to be getting close.
But your Microsoft, your
Microsoft is in there. You're going to have one or two banks.
Oracle.
You probably, yeah, definitely Oracle. Amazon's in there. And stuff like that. But it takes you, see, that's the thing is like, you know, it takes you a little bit of time to actually get down to an oil company. So, yeah, I mean, you always see like Exxon being this monster company. And it is, but it's not in those top 10. So,
I think GE was in the 100.
yeah, GE, yeah, but GE, well, you were there when they went bananas and started buying a little bit of everything. So, yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't know what they were buying. And they sure as shit didn't know how to integrate.
They didn't care. So,
Some of our employees did that for them like 3 times. And it was called off before the healthcare could even like switch over.
maybe AI, you know, like, yeah, it fixed all those problems. Huh?
Well, and that could have been it. Maybe it was the old GEAI that said, "Bye, Baker."
Cut this loose.
Instead of, well, you know, and it's weird. There are certain things that seemed like they would be guarantees, where it's like, buy cigarette stock.
Well, you can still do that.
Oh no! But I mean, it used to be like
Back
that's
in the day,
guaranteed
that was-
money. That would be like the same thing right now, where they're like, they used to say like, booze is recession proof, right?
Whatever you get addicted
But it's
to.
not.
Booze is not. So, like all the liquor markets out there are collapsing. So, you know, well, the cigarettes is a little bit different though because
The rest of the world smokes, just not
well,
the
no,
United
it wasn't.
States.
That was never the idea. So, like, you can go back and you can take a look at like a company like Philip Morris or something like that. Its stock never goes up. Okay, it just pays dividends. So, because they just take their profits and they give them back to their shareholders every year. So, yeah, because they're like, well, okay, so a lot of people quit smoking. Got it. All right, so let's make Zen. You know, so we'll get in this market because you know what? People aren't quitting nicotine. So, you know.
Met quite a few Zyn users over my time.
Oh,
That
yeah,
is-
yeah.
It's actually infiltrated like dude bro culture.
Oh, dude, I used it for a little bit to help me quit smoking. It was great. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was easy peasy. So, yeah.
I don't know what this is.
It's a little nicotine pouch. It's not like it's like dip, but it's in a pouch. Okay? And it's got no tobacco in it. So it's just like little fucking nicotine crunchies. It's like
Good way to say it, yeah,
Nicotine
yeah.
crispies in it. Yeah.
Flavor
So,
crystals, yeah.
flavor, it's got full flavor crystals. It's just nicotine flavors.
Gosh, yeah.
So it worked great, man. Like it was like after a little while, I was like, okay, I don't need that anymore either. So
Well, this was the thing that they had a problem with vaping because they were like, all right, so it was good as a smoking cessation tool, but that's where they found like, but people are starting on it, right? And that was one of the things
Yeah.
they saw was Zyn is they're not coming off of Copenhagen, they're starting on this.
oh, it's starting on Zen.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I don't know why you do that. It's not really that like. Yeah, I get. Yeah, I know the military was big on it. So you know, guys there would use it because smoking cessation was a big deal. The same thing was like with the vapes in particular, man. I mean, they like I remember when that first came out and people were doing it like fucking restaurants and shit. So and that got squashed. So I remember flying somewhere and a guy was vaping on the plane. So this was before they actually had rules on that.
I remember. Okay, so the one that got me was it felt like Cape Fear, where I was in a movie theater. That was the first time I was in a movie theater where that was going on. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, you're right. If that were happening, I there's nothing I'd appreciate more. But that was like the first indoor time I noticed. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's yeah.
I've not seen Cape Fear.
Oh yeah. Oh, you got to watch the right one, man, because there's like 3 different versions of it. You got to watch the one with Robert De Niro in it.
Or you know what? Fucking The Simpsons does such a good parody of it
Oh,
that
yeah.
it's you'll get it from there.
Yeah.
Well, only if I know if it's referencing Cape Fear.
You remember one where Sideshow Bob is smoking a cigar in the movie theater?
Yeah.
And Homer is smoking one the size of a baseball bat.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I definitely did not know that was. I mean, I assumed it was from something, but I had no idea.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's where that's from. That's hilarious.
Yeah, so I know that's sort of a weird, like, knock-on thing that they had a problem with, but
Yeah, yeah.
but I mean, compared against the alternative, it's like who gives a shit? It's really when you're talking
It's
about
way better.
yeah,
All forms of it are better.
Yeah.
So
I can speak with confidence about that.
Running is definitely different, huh?
Well, I'll also say this is nothing will improve your running times like shedding weight.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, yeah.
Different, yeah. It's just conservation of mass.
Knees feel better.
A lot better, yes. Thank you.
That's good.
That is true.
Well, good.
Yeah,
That's excellent.
just gotta log what you eat.
I don't want to see what my log.
You guys just don't eat. That's
that's kind of the trick, man. It's just like I don't get the extra donut, man.
I get extra
I
donuts.
don't get the extra donut. Just like
I eat 2 donuts for
I'm like
breakfast.
no, I'm like one donut's good enough, man. It's good enough to get me through the morning. So
A banana and 2 donuts.
like even tonight, man, we ordered pizza. I had 2 slices of pizza, and I was like, you know what? I could eat a third, but I don't need to. So
see that's the rational man that a lot of us don't have. Is the I don't need to.
yeah,
It's the function is can eat more, will eat more.
yeah. I'm unfortunately I'm not cursed with that. I do empathize with you on that one because I have definitely gone through periods in my life where it was like, I am so fucking hungry. I'm going to eat everything that I possibly can because I don't know when I'm going to eat.
What was that? You told me like one time when you were a kid, like at I think it was like a scouts thing.
We got
and-
back from scout camp.
Yeah,
We got
yeah,
back
yeah.
from starvation camp. And they just let you into the chow hall and you could eat whatever you wanted. And I ate like it was my last meal. Yeah. It's like I'm going right into old Sparky after this, man. So yeah. So it's like you take the pizza and put the soft serve on the bread.
And the only time I ever saw this dude eating like a champion was when he was roughnecking. And
Yes.
like I'd never seen him eat like that before. But there's just this thing. where
Calorie
it's-
count though, man.
Yeah.
You just
I
fucking
needed
hungry.
it to live.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, see, when I worked on the railroad, I sat on my ass all fucking day, or I was driving around all day, so I'd eat like stupid. But then, like the next job that I had after that, where I was on my feet all day, I'd get the same way. I'd be like, "Fuck, I need to eat, otherwise I feel dizzy." You know? Yeah.
Yeah, see, we also knew dudes that when we did the sedentary job, they also ate all 12 hours.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of boredom.
Yeah, I get it. There was always stuff to do, at least for me.
Eating's kind of like there's an addictive quality to it too.
Oh,
It's just
absolutely.
like cigarettes, man. So
Yeah.
I mean, I've got my addictions over the years, but that one, like, I mean, I get it when I see people who just, oh man, I'm a little nauseous. Let me go throw some more fucking Cheetos down the hole.
And listen, man, if I could If I could take a 15-minute Twix break every hour, I mean, I certainly would. Well,
You get one before and after lunch, sir. Can't be in your first hour or your last hour of work. You better clock out for that too.
Wasn't that the rules for smokers?
Oh no, that's FLSA. That's the Labor Act. Smokers, no, you smoke them when you can, man.
so they're supposed to follow the same rules as everybody else when it
Right.
comes to breaks. I mean, even to this day, that's one thing I don't understand is what do you people do on breaks if you don't smoke?
I took a 15-minute power nap.
Yeah,
You are certainly the exception. What if
that
other
yeah,
people?
that is the. Yeah, you're not just the exception. You're the one.
Yeah.
Oh no, the guys at work would just stare in amazement because I never even set an alarm. I would just 9 o'clock throw my sweatshirt on the table and just,
Oh man.
and then at 9:15 it just pop up and go right, and they're just like, how do you know? How where are you getting 15 minutes in your head when you're sleeping?
It just feels right. It feels like 15.
I'm full of sleep.
He's topping off.
He's topping off. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I don't know, but I will say that in my smoking days, my cigarette breaks were whenever the hell I felt like it.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I only had like one or two jobs where I had to like leave the building,
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But so, like, when I worked at the airport for a year, smoke breaks were like between flights, and stuff like that. I mean, you knew when it was time. You like go get one in now because you're going to get busy here in 10 minutes,
Right.
kind of
Right.
thing. The only other place was when I worked at that. Well, I guess it was at the bank too. So where you had to log out and go outside and fucking, stand in the aquarium.
Yeah, I just went anyway.
Yeah, right.
No, it's not like I'd sit there and abuse it all the time. It's just,
Yeah.
it's like, what are you gonna do? Never got in trouble for it.
No.
I mean, again, so when we talked about, say, our uh, departed friend who was constantly, taking advantage of the system and stuff like that, there were things that people would do to get around that kind of stuff, but honestly, it's
Yeah, if regular guy just was just like stood up, walked outside, and just stood there, would they?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You're
a
like,
great question.
this is my smoke break.
I
And it'd be like, you're not smoking. Not my problem.
Not my problem. I'm thinking about it. I'm practicing.
Again, I wouldn't know what to say.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. There's nothing wrong with it. It seems fine to me.
It seems fair, but
It
it'd
seems
be like,
fair. I don't know though, man. I mean, like over the years, I had a couple employees. Like they definitely abused that. Because then they'd get mad. You're like, no, I need a cigarette. It's like, no, man, we got work to do. Yeah.
Well, that's that. I mean,
Yeah, I know
that's
you never did that. Yeah. So
knowing the right time to be able to do it.
that's the thing is you have to
yeah.
use a little discretion with it. So
No, absolutely, yeah. And I guess that's the thing is that's a discretion thing. It's not necessarily a smoking thing.
yeah,
It's
right.
it's a I don't want to say the word entitlement because you feel like you're owed it. That's a
Yeah.
loaded word,
Yeah, it is. So
but I don't think it's wrong either.
I've seen people with kids do the same thing.
Working from home.
Oh yeah, where it's like, oh well, I can't stay late tonight because I got to get my kid. Blah blah blah. It's like you bid the shift. You bid the shift. If you punch out early today, that's an early quit. So
Well, there's plenty now, like from people working at home that are like, it can be busy, and they're just like, oh, my kid's crying. I gotta go take care of the kid, and it's just like, okay.
I've seen that happen in meetings, but I haven't really seen that. That hasn't been a thing that's really directly affected me. That's interesting.
I was like, yeah, people have come off maternity leave and their babies there and stuff like that, and they're just like, oh, I gotta go, I gotta feed the kid. And it's just like, I get it, cool,
Right.
I want to be done with this by
But-
5 today. Yeah.
but dang it, there's a lot of stuff. Like everyone else is having to do stuff right now. Like,
Well, I don't have that much leave, and they don't pay maternity.
well, we pay a decent amount of maternity leave.
Your company?
and
Dude,
paternity,
your company's a fucking Cadillac when it comes to benefits. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I had kids at the wrong time because damn, I would have loved several
we
months
probably
off
do
as a
paternity leave
Yeah,
now too. Yeah.
I would have loved that.
Yeah, if they
And you don't
finally-
even have to do it at the same time as
you can do it back to
you can
back.
just stagger it and all like
Yeah, you
oh
can do it
man,
back to back.
That's
I
insane.
love that. Instead, God, when I had William,
I used a week of vacation to help my wife get set up that week. She used like 2 weeks of vacation, and then we were both back at work. My daughter was in daycare when she was like a month old.
wow.
So yeah,
Yeah, mine was. I was in the middle of my hitch when I was roughnecking, and
oh yeah.
because I think I did like Sunday
God dang, you were
Sunday to
roughnecking that
Saturday.
long ago. Dang.
with William.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
It's
Yeah.
been a minute.
So it happened. It happened
It was
on
in the
like
first age.
Yes, before COVID.
Before the fire had eaten the sun.
Right. Yes.
so
The trees were still
Before the orange man killed the bitch. The bitch.
they were like, well, if you have your baby on your off days,
right.
that's it.
It's like, yeah, let me pencil that in right now.
Like okay. And so I was just like, okay, well, I really hope the baby comes while I'm at work, and it happened while I was at work in the middle of the night. And so then there was just like, all right, we got you. The
We
rest of
got
the
you.
week.
Oh, thanks, Paul.
So it was. I got 3 extra days off plus my off days, and then it was right back to work.
Yeah. I think I was off. I was off for like 2 weeks. My wife had maybe. I think she had like a month of maternity leave. So because they made her like same thing like everybody else, you had to use your PTO, and so she actually had old school sick time, and so she had to burn through her old school sick time. She had about a month of it saved up, and they would have approved another. So that was another 60 days of leave with her but she wouldn't have gotten paid for it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the places I knew that had Pat-turnity leave were like, you can have these days off.
Yeah.
All this means is we're not going to pay you. It just means we'll keep your job and not fire you.
That's what it still means. That's what it still means.
The lawyer, you get paid.
What? That's Cadillac. Yeah, I get it. All right. So
Cadillac,
now, like, I work for the state, and we don't get fucking paid.
Wait, I thought they set up that whole different tax thing just to be able to do that, didn't they?
I don't know about that, man. I don't
It's
know
like
if that's
for the
actually punched through.
Welcome or healthy or families or something like that, or there's a separate tax that we're paying for like.
I'm paying it too, and I don't know anything about it.
Well, you're not gonna have any kids.
No,
So
man, we're not.
that no longer applies. So who cares about these rules? But yeah, I think that there's.
I think
something
that's for
set
the
up.
entire state, though.
Well, yeah,
yeah.
But I think it's to
So,
ensure that.
but I think it like I don't know if it's necessarily mandated, or if that's a subsidy that goes back to your
Yeah,
company. I have no idea
I
how
have
that
no
works. I don't know how that works.
All I know is it's
So-
and it was something for like the happiness of families.
Oh,
or
which
something,
means,
the
of
whole-
course, they're going to word it in a way on a fucking ballot here where everybody's like, oh, yeah, who would be against that? So I was like, well, me, because I don't want to pay any more fucking taxes, thank you. So, like, I'm already looking forward to this fall, like all the things that are going to be on there that I look forward to voting no on. So, because I'm just turning into that guy. It's like, no.
No, I know where
None of this stuff.
None of
applies
this
to
stuff
me
applies to
anymore.
me anymore. Fuck you, and get your hands off my Social Security, man.
No, you're like the thing of this ballot really pisses me off. It's like it has a yes as a no, and it doesn't have a fuck no, and that's like that should count like 1.5.
Double no.
Like you get to use one.
Right.
It's the money ball.
Right, yeah.
like I'm saving mine for like judges. I don't know, whatever it is that you want to.
Judges?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I don't even know any judges anymore. I don't think.
Because Jeff voted them all down.
Yeah, you kicked them all out, Jeff. Oh wait, none of them left because that never happens. It's only happened once in all the time that I've been watching. That's because everybody rallied against this chick. So,
Was Jeff leading the rally?
no, this was before Jeff cared about these things.
If I recall,
It was a while ago.
the distribution of judges just was not even. That was the problem.
What, last year?
The one ever where he did the voting on on air.
Right, but again, with Sam this year, you're only voting on about a quarter of the judges that are on the bench. So whoever,
all of them.
whoever, yeah, I know, it's fucking all of them. So yeah, no, they only come up every couple of years, man. So, it was kind of like, all right, so whatever. So,
One thing where, like, I'm actually surprised. I'm actually surprised that people.
That they still send you a ballot.
Me?
all you have to say is hard.
A great voter. I'm just surprised that more people don't look at it and have that, because I would argue that maybe 9 out of 10 people doesn't know a single judge on that thing. They have no idea who they actually are.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
I don't know any of them.
But I can't. I'm surprised that more people aren't just kind of like, you all did a terrible job. No, 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 no. I am surprised that more people don't just blanket across the board and just say like, no.
Why do
What,
you
our
even,
local judges?
why do you
they
even
do
know
that
if they
bad of a job?
did a good or bad job?
Yeah, how do you know that?
Unless you got sentenced or
What
something.
I'm saying is people like to look at these things and use them as a proxy for, like, I got a ticket I didn't agree with. No, 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 no.
That's
no.
exactly what they do.
But that's what I'm saying. Is
Yeah, but most people don't get tickets in a year, so they're like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, no, man. I mean, like, I don't know. I was reading a little while ago. I've been really disconnected this last week. I have no fucking clue what's going on in the world right now. So is war over yet?
They say it's winding down.
Okay, all right. Well, stay tuned. Like I said, tape, not pics. So,
Yep.
so
Yep.
but anyway, I was reading this thing that had to deal specifically with some of the ballot issues that are supposed to be coming up this fall here in the state of Colorado, and some of them are just ridiculous.
Like what?
Well, this is a sanctuary state, blah blah blah, and all these like different
State?
Well, yeah, there's all these things that they're trying to do at the state level. They were trying like the board the I can't remember if it's CDE or somebody is trying to get their Tabor exception for education again. So, kind of thing. And they're like just getting weaselly mouthed about how they're wording some of these things, So there's all kinds of weird stuff that's coming up this year. So that's supposedly supposed to be pushed onto the ballot this summer. So
There's the midterm. So
I know. And that's the whole thing is because in the midterms, like whoever's not in power, that team doesn't show up to the midterms. So, so like this fall is like, everybody's always saying, oh my God, like it's going to be a disaster, yada, yada, yada for the Republicans. I don't know, man. I'll believe it when I see it because I saw everybody call that last time. So, and we got a great red ripple rather than, fucking tidal wave, but whatever. But like you can see that this is the time if you were going to put some weird shit on the ballot, you want to do it when you get as many Dem voters as you possibly can show up, and so we might wind up with some weird shit. So you never know.
All right, we'll see what comes up. I'm curious.
I don't know how this state needs to do it, but they have to fucking bleed out some Democrats.
I think it might happen naturally. I mean, so like Denver's not like this completely blue city. You get south of like Pena,
Right.
and people are kind of like, no, I don't live in there. So, like, I live in Cherry Creek. I don't live in Denver. Yeah,
but it's stuff like that. Stuff like that could pass. It's especially like the sanctuary state thing
or whatever it was.
Is if that's true, I find that extremely problematic.
Um, there were a couple things that were like that. I'll have to go back and look at it, but
God, that's disgusting.
I think this was passe now at this point in time, anyway. So
What?
sanctuary city thing,
Still exists.
I
mean,
guess,
it's
man.
it's
But I mean,
I don't think it's going to expand.
yeah, I
Well,
don't think
they're
it's really
trying
been in
to.
the news lately either. You know, it seemed like the whole thing happened in Minnesota and then it just like went away.
Well, you do forget that news continued to happen, right? And so you got to remember. I mean,
It's
so
got to leak through some porthole of mine, man.
yeah, but that's the thing is the NPCs go where the action is. So I mean the thing is, I mean, it went to Maduro, then it went to ICE, then it went to now that they're on the Iran thing. So
Yeah,
that's
where are they now? What have they been doing?
protesting Iran
What against Iran?
for.
Right, but where? Is there like a pro-Iran rally somewhere?
Yeah, not here.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
No, that's the new thing. There still are true believers when it comes to get ICE out, but it is what
It
it
just
is.
doesn't seem like it's a thing. So I don't know.
So it's not as though these things go away, and it is still a pain in the ass for uh, immigration guys in the sanctuary city places to actually get the job done, and it takes way more manpower. Was just fucking dumb. And I frankly I don't know how it's legal, but it is what it is.
I don't know, man. I know there's a shitload of things going through the Supreme Court right now. So who knows where that one is in
I,
there? Couldn't tell you.
I don't even know if that's being challenged.
I don't know, man.
I
I
have no clue.
mean, it's like a candy machine. Whatever pops out next.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It's like
So
you shake it from the back. You never know what you get out of the front.
I totally understand, man. I totally understand. It was. I found out today that like the CIA was investigating Tucker Carlson.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah,
Does he deserve it?
he said he was talking to people before the Iran war started.
Like who?
Iranians.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh,
He says he's a journalist.
right.
Right. He also didn't say which people he was talking about or what, but he said he was being investigated. So I don't know. Again, this is just it.
Oh man, I'm actually shockingly okay with that.
There's a part of like what you say.
Yeah, toss his shit.
Well, they did. That was the thing. Was they went through his messages and stuff. So, but again,
He told you not to use Telegram, man. It's a bad idea.
you think it's safe.
It's not safe. Uh,
No, it is what it is. It's like what we talked about. It's just there's so much news that it is
I
impossible.
yeah, I've fallen off the bandwagon, and I just there's like so much backlog just in the last week. I was like
Yeah.
looking at it, I'm like, I'm good. Yeah, this is, I'm good, man. Is the war over? No. Okay.
It has to.
Yeah, tell me when it's over.
Yeah,
It hasn't escalated. It hasn't.
Yeah, we haven't thrown nukes at them yet,
Yeah.
or vice versa. Yeah, okay, all right, I'm cool.
Nobody's pushed the big bad button.
The big
so
bad button.
We're
Yeah, no, we're
we're
good.
fine.
I'm trying to stay more reserved and let things bubble into the normie sphere before I pay attention to them, and let that be my guide.
Where's the barrier between like normie and not normie sphere? What's the bleeding edge of the normie sphere?
I don't want to say it's like the entertainment thing because the entertainment world goes out of their way to inject this crap into what they're doing.
Mhm.
So that's sort of a difficult thing. This has to.
Well, I mean, as a normie, what's the most like? What are the three stories that I should know about as a normie? Let me put it that way.
Traffic.
Weather and together on the fives. Yeah.
Every hour on the hour.
Yeah.
Um,
Is there a giant fucking snowstorm coming next week?
weather was going to be on X1 and sports.
Sports, okay, yeah. Well, March Madness is like, oh shit, you're supposed to have your brackets in today, right?
No, they just released the brackets. So
Okay,
you got to have it in by Thursday.
Thursday. Okay, good. I still have time to do
Yeah.
one. So,
Okay, so there you go. Yeah.
Broncos did nothing. Absolutely
They
nothing.
get nothing?
In free agency, they did nothing.
They did nothing.
They
Okay.
re-signed some of their guys and got nothing. So annoyed.
Well, there was supposed to be like a big trade going on that got nixed or something like this. Raiders were
Max
involved.
Crosby, yeah. He got traded to the Ravens, and then they nixed it, even though they knew he had surgery and all this kind of stuff. And they said, he failed his physical, and then they signed Trey Hendrickson as a free agent. So instead of giving up 2 draft picks, they just said, we'll just pay for him.
Was it as big a kerfuffle as?
It was pretty weird, yeah, because it was like blockbuster trade. Holy crap, this is happening, and all this kind of stuff.
It made it out to me, so it seemed like it was a big deal.
And then right before, so it's dumb because they have the legal tampering period, which is
Right.
2 days where you're allowed to
Right.
negotiate, do all these deals with all these guys, but nothing's official until the start of the year. So technically, they're allowed to have done what they did. It just seemed really shady.
Yeah, that was the only thing that I saw. The other thing that crossed out of sports into regular territory was Jokic was in a fight.
Oh, Dort, that was a couple weeks ago or so, but yeah, he was going to kill that. His face looked like he was going to murder him.
This wasn't just a you spill my drink, buddy kind of fight.
It's a good
Where
thing
did this occur?
on the court.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The guy like
This house.
Yeah, I know. It's like, shows up. Like, hey, come on in. Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen Jokic's brothers.
Oh, no. Are they bigger than he is?
Yes,
Oh,
and
wow.
like one of them has done time for murder.
Wait a minute. How do you do time for murder and actually get out?
Because this is over there.
In Croatia?
Yeah, where they're like
Latavia.
slap on the wrist, I guess.
Yeah, he had to come in.
Basically, and so
Was public service.
Was public service.
they are literally like
Yes.
when they go to the games and something like I don't think they were at that game. They were at a different game where somebody cheap shot at Jokic and Jokic went back and shoved the guy in the back so hard that like he had back injuries. But the brothers were like, "We'll see you outside, like you outside. We're like it's captured on TV. Like they're like we're out. Like it is just like I think they're gonna kill
I
him.
think they might actually kill that guy.
I think they're gonna kill and yeah, they're scary human beings. Just imagine Jokic's face, what you saw there.
Yeah.
Where it looks like
Right.
if there weren't people in front of him, this guy would be dead. These guys like do it, yeah. And they'd just be like, Jokic, you stay on the floor.
Right. Right.
We take care of business.
These fucking Russians.
There's one other.
But as far as bloodlust goes, that's probably the most intense bloodlust I've ever seen on the basketball court. Where his face was just like, I will kill you.
Right.
Like, we're not just throwing blows. I'm going to rip your head off and predator it and hold it up for the whole audience to see.
Fucking kiss my kids
It
and my
was,
wife
it was
goodbye,
crazy.
but I still pull out your fucking eyeball.
To kiss my kids, they're calling the police. They'll show up at my house. I'll be ready for them all. So yeah, I killed that fuck. Take me to jail.
Just curious. When you look at this, does this look like cake to you?
Kind of.
Okay.
It looks like cabbage. So
Well, okay. So I've been tasked to find and eat this stuff.
what is it?
So it goes by some kind of fucking weird name with like cat heads and like horseshoes and other Lucky Charms.
Diamonds.
Yeah, it has like an omega symbol,
Right.
a backwards 4, Baphomet.
Right.
This is evidently title of this dish is called herring under a fur coat.
I'm out.
Not going to do it.
Yep.
Not in a million years.
What are some of the words in this that
All
give
three.
you trepidation?
All three of those in the
Nope.
same phrase. Yeah.
Is herring a problem?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Let's start with that.
Yeah.
What about fur coat?
That's not good.
That's a multiplier.
Okay, so is it customary in English to think about fur and food in a positive sense?
No.
Not in my mind, but
No.
I mean,
No. The fur comes off the meat. Yeah.
Right. And
Right.
when Arby's was known as the home
Fur
of the fur
burger.
burger,
Yeah.
it wasn't a compliment
No.
because that's when it got that mold
Yeah.
that looks like hair.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And not the good kind that, like helps you get over a cold.
are you actually
Yeah.
going to try and find this to eat it?
I've looked. So it seems like I can procure the ingredients from the Euro
You're
Deli.
going to make it yourself?
I am not going to make it myself. But this is actually, I will be reporting this as a failure. Because
It's like,
It's like, sorry, too much assembly required. Yeah. It's going back to the factory.
like, wow, no one here makes it, so I'm just going to try and make it from scratch. I'm
No.
sure it'll be fine.
no. If I were going to eat this, it would have to be in a place that assembled it so I could sue them. So
Don't they have a Russian tea house up in Denver? I think there's actually a restaurant up there that specializes in that shit.
I am not driving
Yeah, okay.
60 miles.
You gonna dodge zombie walkers, player?
I'm not. Yeah, that's the thing. So this just it popped up. Patrick, have you ever had the reason I was like, what is this weird cake shit? Right? The reason it jumped out at me was because again, that looked like cake. That's just beets, right?
Okay.
That's like melted beets
Okay.
to top off. So there's
I didn't know they melted. Yeah.
nor did I.
Right, yeah,
So
yeah.
so you start with like pickled herring, and it's done with like the herring slime that gets cold, and that so it has. There's eggs in there. There's like
Is there fucking molasses or something?
if you're asking me what it is that actually gives it that shape, I don't know. I think it's just pressure. I think it's pressure like WD-40. I have no idea.
I
It's
don't
just
think
like-
you watched all of Friends. Or hardly any.
No. I've seen every episode of Friends 3 times. If you're
One
talking
where
about the thing that Rachel
meat
made,
pie with
yeah, meat
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not what that is.
where she combines meat pie with
She called it a trifle.
well, because she hadn't the page got torn out,
Right.
So it was a meat pie mixed with the ingredients for a dessert,
The trifle. Yeah,
Trifle,
that's what it's called.
and so yeah, it would look terrible, and Joey's just like going to town, and he's just like,
Yeah,
what
just
meat good, fried
Jam good.
good.
Good. Yeah, so I'm kind of on board with that. It's that. So she was like, "Why do you think this is cake? Why do you think this would be like a bothersome thing?" It's like, all right, so I know you have. You ever eaten? You know the well. So you ever had like the red bean paste in a Korean?
No, I've never eaten it.
I thought you had
Why would I eat that?
because I thought Mom made you. All
I
right,
did
so
not do,
okay.
no, man, that ain't.
So I just want you to picture something like this. So I want you to picture something that looks like a jelly donut. Okay. But instead of jelly donut, you bite into it and there's this stuff that it feels like pottery clay. It's thick.
Right.
It
Yeah.
looks red.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's just barely sweet.
Just a little touch.
Just a little touch.
Yeah.
So if your brain goes in for this and says, wow, I'm expecting jelly donut.
Right.
And what it gets is barely sweet clay.
Motor oil. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There's this thing where your brain's just like, this is fucked. And so I was like, so if you want me to eat this cake looking shit and there's fish in it, there's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, we're already done, man. Yeah, you already set me up for failure here.
You're gonna get the Winnie experience when he eats a piece of lettuce. It's like, oh, treat.
You
That-
Why? Yeah, no, there ain't no way I'd touch that.
I looked, I said,
It's my cats always sniff their food. Like, I've tried to get my cat to eat some fucked up things over the years, you know. So, it's like this looks like, a cat treat, but it's really a jelly bean.
I love jelly beans.
I do too. I was curious. My
It's
cat will
almost
eat some
Easter.
fucked up things. She stole some French fries from me yesterday. So,
Who did?
my cat.
Wow.
The cat will if you're not looking.
French. Interesting. I would have never
Really?
guessed.
French fry.
Does it only want it if it takes it from you, not if you give it?
No, yeah. It's not picky. So I wasn't willing to give. So
McDonald's fry?
yeah. It's just because it's salty.
Oh, you went to McDonald's.
I did.
Did you try the new?
I did not, man. So I was looking at it, but
It's a
when I
$10
go to
sandwich.
McDonald's, yeah, exactly. But no, when I go to Mickey D's now, I have my order dialed in, man.
It's a ten. They have a
So
$10 sandwich.
yeah,
I think the
meal
meal
is
is
$10.
10 bucks.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did
But the
see it
sandwich
on.
alone is like $7.50, like $8.
Yeah. But I've got my thing, just because you get two of them for
I know.
$3.
It's was talking about it. With bargain hunting with that $800 thing, you got to spend more to save more.
Right.
And when you buy two, it drops the second one to the cost of
It does.
$1.
And you know what? There is nothing wrong with a cold double cheeseburger at all.
Not in the slightest.
Not even a
No.
little.
If
Yeah.
you get
I'm
the
not eating a cold.
It is delicious.
No.
if you get the
I don't
12
like cold
McNuggies,
pizza either.
if you get the 12 McNuggies, you have to eat in them because McNuggies don't keep.
No.
You can actually air fry them, and if you cook them at the right temperature, they actually come out almost the exact same.
If I get nuggies, they do not survive the encounter. So yeah.
Because
I don't have an air
I've
fryer.
ordered like 60 for the kids, and then so there'll be some left. And
Oh.
so then the next day you can throw them in the air fryer at a lower temperature, and they'll actually still be crispy on the outside, not dry out. Be pretty good.
I actually kind of like when they're a little dry, just to be honest. I don't know why. A little bit more texture.
A little bit more puck like.
A little bit more.
good.
I appreciate more like most forms of like weirdness when it comes to food, but
Dry
weird,
out.
yeah. On the
You eat your SpaghettiOs out of the can.
That's gross.
Yeah. So
Ravioli out of the can, man.
you just like cold chunks.
That
So-
there's.
it's not raw meat.
I'm not saying it's
not
wrong.
saying
It's
it's
just
wrong.
there's. But I don't like cold pizza, cold cheeseburgers, cold. Nothing out of a can am I eating cold like that. That's. No.
SpaghettiOs are best out of the can.
We're just all weird. I get it.
Oh, I have definitely.
I think I was the one that likes. I like warm soda. I like warm milk.
Oh,
I like room temperature. See, and
could feel like turtling.
now you guys are grousing. I mean, because it's like,
Yeah.
all right. So again,
Sorry.
so most weird thing. Like bendy bacon. That kind of stuff. That
I'll still eat it.
completely floppy is where it's best.
It's better crispy, but I'll still eat it. It's bacon.
You ever had a soft boiled egg?
No. No, that sounds terrible. Isn't that like a? I don't know, whatever kind of. Isn't that a different name? I have no idea.
A soft boiled egg.
Like you
Poached.
Those are just eggs that are boiled.
but not a boiled egg.
I guess I don't know what a soft boiled egg is.
Our poached eggs you actually cook in the water.
That's when you crack
When
it.
you open it
Yeah,
and
open
put
it.
it in the water.
That's a poached egg.
Yeah.
They always look disgusting,
Yeah.
but they actually taste pretty good. So
Really?
Yeah.
That always.
I mean, I prefer them fried, but
Oh,
you know.
Well, yeah, I guess that's the thing. Anytime that I have access to boiling water, I have access to a pan. Oh, all right. All right, no, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, I'm Pat.
Oh well.